Hey girl, we are going to play around with brand new makeup today. Everything has been gifted, so it is PR. I want to not just show it to you, but I want to apply it on the skin so that you can see how it works. I want to help you make the decision for yourself as to if something's even worth you purchasing. Entonces, yeah, today we're gonna play around with the product. I'm gonna show you what I received. We're gonna apply it on the skin. I'm gonna show you how it goes on, give you my feedback, my thoughts. In the last video, we did a FabFitFun beauty edit box behind the scenes of me making, like, signing up and making my choices and giving you like my feedback on my first time experience. People really liked the look. Just so that you guys know, the eyeshadow palette that I used in that video is the Monsoon palette by What's Up Beauty, and it is a stunning palette. It's like the newest launched palette. I want to use something else for the eye that's more accessible. It's more realistic for you guys to use like on a day-to-day. So we're gonna go ahead, dive on, and just know that anything that is featured in today's video, I am gonna link them below. Am I gonna link every single shade? No, because that's unrealistic, okay? That's like overkill at this point. But I'm gonna link it because you guys tend to want to just click and go. My eyebrows are done. You guys already know that what I tend to use is gonna be my Precising My Brow Pencil in number 6 by Benefit Cosmetics. That's literally my go-to. And my primer is the Bisha. I already told you guys I've been obsessed with her. The primer has been on my skin for a good 7 minutes. I'm gonna move on to this NARS Natural Matte Long Wear Foundation. My spot on shade is going to be M4. They sent me M3 and then 3.75. One was a little too olivey. The other one was too light. So number 4 is my spot on shade. I am gonna do 2 pumps. I'm gonna work this on one side so you guys can see what it is going to look like. At first, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work for me. I thought the color was off, but when you really look at it compared to my neck, it is spot on. This foundation actually made me realize that I have more redness on my skin than I used to. Estos pelitos, nena, ay Dios. Let's take Huda's little clips, the new ones I just got. Let's get them out of the... It's so annoying. These were the 2 pumps, y mira, that's it. These 2 pumps was able to just do the one side and give me like beautiful coverage. But I want to show you. Here is the side that's done. And then we go here. Girl. I myself was very surprised. I also want you guys to look at that finish. The finish is absolutely stunning. It is not super dewy, but it's not a flat matte. It's super comfortable. You can still kind of see through to my freckles. It is very lightweight, does not feel or look like a mask, and it wears beautifully throughout the day. Like, I was able to like apply 2 different finishes of blushes. Wait till you see them. My makeup just withstood anything and everything that I put on it, which I loved. And reading the back, because I didn't do it like when I was actually applying it like the first time around, it offers weightless wear, soft focus blur. I agree with all of that for sure. Next, we're gonna go to the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Concealer. I have it in 8. I also think I got it like an 8.5 or something like that. They ended up sending me a new one, number 7. Number 7 is so good. I have been using number 8 since I got it, and I was like, it's a really great formula. It's just a little on the yellow side for me, but I was like, look, you know, beggars can't be choosers. It's a really nice formula. I just have to go in with a different powder. Number 7, spot on. I'm gonna do the one side so you guys can see. You can control your application. It is blendable. It is not heavy. At least for me, I find that if I blend with a brush, I'm not lifting too much of that pigment. It's blending really well onto the skin, pressing and melting it on. And it does give me really beautiful wear without creasing. You notice I'm not like gliding. I'm just dabbing this baby on. I am able to set it with a powder and it doesn't look crepey or dry or weird in any way, shape, or form. As you see, I'm not gliding the brush either. I'm literally pressing this concealer into the skin to blend. Y mira que bonito. It wasn't even a lot of product. Totally brightened my under eye effortlessly. Is a concealer like this in a stick or in a little tube situation going to be for everyone? No. Although this formula is a very beautiful formula, I find it's not as hydrating as someone with really dry under eyes and or dry skin is going to need. Dry skin needs a lot of moisture, so I would totally recommend a liquid version of a concealer versus a potted and or stick thicker formula. This is definitely a thicker formula, so it has less oils in it. If you have dry under eyes and or dry skin, and I'm mentioning the skin because you can apply this, which I did behind the scenes on the chin and your T-zone area. If your skin's dry and then you apply this, you're gonna set it with a powder. It's going to look and feel like the Sahara Desert. I don't recommend this. Just select something else that is a little more on the hydrating side. Since we were just talking about like setting things, I'm gonna move on to this Huda Beauty powder, which is the newest one that they sent over. I know a lot of people were just kind of like, I don't know about the pressed ones, like blah blah. I actually really liked the pressed ones. This is gonna be the matcha milk cake, which I thought it was kind of weird, but at the same time I'm like, pera de qué? It is green, girl. Something that I would have assumed they would have called pistachio, but they're not calling pistachio. I've already tried her. I did a short. I think it's fun. You see that little bit of it's like a mint green hue. You know what I absolutely love? That Huda was very open and honest about this powder, and she was just like, girl, it's not for everyone. It's definitely not. Can you use this powder? Sure, but it depends on what you're looking for out of your powder. The powder, it's kind of like, think of it like a bolita, like a ball. The outside is the green, the inside is that brightening pink. So it's 2 in 1, which I actually really like, and I think it's innovative. I remembered I had saved this. So you see what I'm saying? So you have a brightening core, and then the exterior is your green powder, which means it is not your usual green powder. This powder can be used with no product on the skin. If you have rosacea in your skin, like you have a lot of redness or discoloration, you can use this powder to tone down the redness. If you are one of my girls that love to apply your blush first and then you want to tone it down, but you want it to kind of like be beautifully gradient between your under eye and your blush, this powder is gonna do that for you. I know, I tried her already. If you have olive complexion, this is gonna look beautiful on you because it's not gonna look green. You see that I'm applying it. Wait till everything comes together. But because I have that olive complexion, it is just kind of balancing everything out, setting the under eye and a brightening because of that pink core. In my opinion, this powder is actually phenomenal. I've used it a few times. It does work for me. I agree with Huda. It's not gonna work for everyone. Also, it does have that easy bake fragrance that not everyone loves. I think the vast majority of people do love it, but not everyone does. I love her, so I'm not even mad at the fragrance. I was excited to know that it did have the fragrance still. This was Tarte in QVC, so this was more like so that I can create a short form and let people know this is available over at QVC along with this brush. This is a bronzer that's great on not just your face, right? All over your body. This I'm not gonna use, girl, I'm not using it on my face. This bronzer, it's in light medium. I think it's a great shade for me. However, let me just show, hold on, espérate. Let me just show you my experience once I applied it. You see how the skin is kind of coming together, girl? Okay. By the way, I feel like I did too much of the NARS, which is why it looks like I typically would do like a pump and a half for the entire face. I think that's why we're looking kind of extra, pero está bien, it all works anyway. I'm not sure that the camera's picking it up the same, in my humble opinion. You can see the shimmer that's in here. It's not crazy shimmer. It's adding that glow that I normally go for like matte bronzers. It does add sheen to the forehead where I try to keep it as matte as possible because your girl got her fine lines creeping through. The bronzer is a very nice bronzer. It doesn't move. It sits put wherever you place it. My thing is when I look at myself in the mirror, I just see that sheen on my forehead, and I don't think that that's for everyone, but that's just my opinion. I'm gonna move into the eyeshadow part because L'Oreal sent me 2 more of their Le Shadow stick. I already have a handful. I keep them up here because they're so freaking good. The new one that I did not have is kind of like a rose gold. It's called Cloudy Rose. And then I think I'm going to use this coppery one. It's called, well, it's not copper. It is Celestial Taupe. These are drugstore. You know, you can pick them up at Ulta, Walmart, the drugstore. In order to get that little plastic, I learned this years ago, you just kind of twist the cap opposite direction from the bottom and it'll just come right out. Those are the 2 shades we're gonna use on my eyeball. I will link these below. I love these. I highly recommend you get some if you haven't tried these yet. I have no primer, no nothing on my lids. I am going to skip on the primer. I'm gonna go like this. See how I'm being messy, right? Now it's when I'm gonna select my brush. I think I'm gonna go in with a brush like this one and begin to blend. When you first apply it, it totally feels wet. So it kind of feels like a liquid eyeshadow in a weird way. And you're like, what in the world is this? It's wet and cooling at the same time. You do not need a primer. Once you apply it, it gives you time to play with it. You are able to manipulate, move this baby around, blend it out, and then you can go back in and build. I have built this shade for a smoky eye 3 times, and my lids did not look crepey, crackly, dry, wrinkly, and it didn't feel heavy either. This formula is so good. And yes, it's kind of like one of those tattoo thingies, so it's gonna last on your eyelid the entire day. This product alone created this very simple look. So if you wanted to do like a quick, mild, everyday wearable smoky eye, backwards, hello, all you have to do is apply a little bit on the outer end so you get that nice gradient. You don't even need to apply anything at the beginning of the eyeball. Blend your little heart away. And again, it's not one of those like Laura Mercier's, and not knocking them because I really do like theirs. It starts to dry so fast, so you have like limited time to blend. I can still go in here and keep blending if I wanted to. So I really like her. I have nothing bad to say about this stick and formula. I think L'Oreal nailed it with this. I think it's absolutely stunning. All the shades kind of work together. Here I'm gonna pat over because I want a nice little gradient, and if I wanted to, I can go in with one of the lighter champagne shades, tap that on that inner corner to brighten the eye. Look how simple and pretty the eye look is. I received the Master Mascara by Makeup by Mario in the shade black. I know they have it in brown as well before I apply her. Is it something out of this world? You absolutely need her because you're gonna go through FOMO and you're missing out? No. Just so that we're on the same page, that is going to be your wand. Nothing super out of this world. I am gonna apply it really quickly so that I can show you what she looks like. Here is what a generous 2 coats has to offer. We definitely see a difference between one eye and the other, but of course you're gonna get a nice difference regardless of the mascara that you use. I feel like I get a similar outcome with my Benefit Cosmetics mascaras, but if you want drugstore, I get a very similar effect on my lashes with the Essence, the Lash Princesses. I have like every single formula and it actually works for what my lashes. And then also the Maybelline Bubble is great, and L'Oreal, their extensionist is also really nice, and I have it literally right here at all given times. So if you want something more affordable to get this effect, you can definitely find it at the drugstore. Do you need Makeup by Mario? No. Is the formula nice? Yes. Let's move on to blush because I have 2 different formulas. These here are the Play Days by Benefit Cosmetics. It's kind of like a liquid, but it's not a liquid. It is. Oh my gosh, it's moussey. Look at the packaging. How cute is this? Like, I'm like travel friendly galore. You guys, look how cute that is, right? They were amazing and sent all 4 to me. And I'm gonna give you the names from the top to the bottom. Starla, Chili, Apricotta, and Willa. Remember these? I'm obsessed with these, and Willa was one of my favorite shades. So the fact that they created the liquid version, I think it's amazing. I want to kind of fuse a little more pink onto the skin, so we're gonna go in with Willa. When I saw that this one was called Willa, I was like, girl. So those 2 little dots are pretty much what you're gonna need. I'm gonna go in with a little brush, and I'm gonna blend her out. Now this is buildable. You can apply additional layers. Do 1 to 2 little dots and kind of like work it in, and then kind of play it by ear after that. Look how pretty. It dries down like a powder, so it's not like your hair is gonna get stuck to it. Super comfortable. I was able to apply this on top of A, the foundation, B, that matcha milk Huda Beauty powder, and there's no disruption. Usually I have to go in with more powder to like kind of like blend everything and have it all kind of like melt into one another. It's kind of like a liquid, but also it wants to be creamy. I did notice, if you look at the swatches, the Chili one, right? This one is the only one that is not as opaque, and it's slightly patchy when I glided it. Okay, so that's super pretty. Pero Benefit Cosmetics absolutely loves giving us options, and that they did. These are called the Benefit Juice Sticks, which I was like, a juice stick. It's available in 5 different shades, which I will show you here, and it's basically a dewy gel blush. The way they're describing it, kind of sort of like the Milk Makeup jelly blushes, kind of, pero no. It's almost like a stick and a jelly mixed together. I'm scraping the top, and I am able to actually scrape off product, whereas with like the little jellies by Milk Makeup, you can't do that. This is the only place that I can do my swatches for you guys to see, so this is gonna be super awkward for me, but it's like if I do it here, then you're not really gonna be able to see it because of the tattoo. So sorry. This formula is offering a wash of color with a dewy finish. It's buildable. So say that you're someone who doesn't necessarily love heavy blushing or too much blush and you're like, I just want a little hue of something, like that flushed, pinched cheek effect. I'll give you the names left to right. I believe on your end it's going to be left to right. So it'll be from here, the darkest, to the lightest. The first one is Jam. Then we have Figgy, Foxy, Krista, and Shelly. If you liked Shelly and Krista from their powders, they were converted into these jelly sticks as well. You get a different formula for those shades if you're interested in them. We're gonna go in with Shelly, which is another shade that I really, really like. This is one of those things that you are able to kind of go in with your brush or apply directly on the skin. So I'm gonna go on the skin. Do you already see that crazy dew? It feels cooling to the touch. I'm gonna do one of these. I've already applied this and I love her. And then I'm going to begin blending starting at the bottom and then kind of blend her out. It's a little brighter than Willa, but we will make her work. Now this formula does have dew, so if you want something that's not super dewy, it looks hydrated but like feels like a matte and all of that, you might want the liquid. However, if you want extra dew, you want to kind of skip on your highlighter and you're like, I want a 2-in-1, it's not super tacky. From 1 to 5, the tack is probably a 1. See how lightweight it is? I've gone in twice. This is going to be my 3rd time. And this is something that you can kind of build and it won't look yucky, won't emphasize your texture. This is one of those things like you're not gonna make mistakes with. You know what, we're gonna go ahead and apply the setting spray. Typically people apply it last. I'm gonna apply it now because then I'm gonna go in with my lip products and I'm gonna test out 2 different lip products and I need to lock this makeup in. This is gonna be the Life Proof Setting Mist by Morphe. You recall they've always had like the black one, but it's a mist, so you know. I kind of feel like it wants to have a fragrance, but it kind of doesn't. I want you guys to look at my skin right now as it is. We have a little bit of dew here, a little bit of sheen here, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna apply this setting mist. And we're gonna let this dry down, but just know that I have been obsessed with the Infallible. This is one of them. I'm obsessed with the ones by Benefit Cosmetics. I have my go-to setting spray. I wasn't expecting much out of this one, and this one's almost finished. So I'm gonna end up having to buy another one. But the good thing is it's affordable because you can get it at Ulta. And I love that Morphe has been pricing their things so fairly. So this is offering 16+ hours of wear, and I cannot believe that Dory, i.e. me, remembers that. But that's how impressed I am with this product. It was like humid out, and I was like, I don't know, my hair did not withstand the humidity, but my skin looked absolutely amazing from the morning to night. I've been using this, girl, and obviously this one, but if you wanted to try the Morphe one, because it is kind of different, this one's fragrance, and this one will give you, like, not poo-pooing this one because I love her. I already told you that. But this one does make like your hair, wherever it gets on your hair, it makes it like feel like you put hairspray on your hair. So if you're against that and you're like, I don't want that, then I would try this one. This one gives you kind of like the same vibe. It doesn't smell like alcohol. It doesn't really have much of a fragrance, really. It feels cooling when you apply it. It dried down. Look, my skin looks like everything has melted into the skin. It doesn't look dry. My makeup is locked in for 16 hours. I would recommend you try this one if you're looking for a really, really good setting spray. We're gonna move on to the Kosas Lip Pulse. They sent me 5 out of their 6 shades. They do have a much deeper shade. It was not part of the collection they sent me. They didn't have to send me anything at all. So the fact that they sent me something, I am impressed. I do have a video over on Instagram. Should have gone up already. If not, go follow me on Instagram. Follow my other YouTube channel. It's like all things Yari. I'm posting beauty stuff there, here and there. Going forward, because I'm starting to do that now, I can give you guys a whole talk through as to why. We've talked about the algorithm and the crazy BS. I'm thinking of putting all my shorts over there. That way you guys still get a little bit of that, but you know, it's not in this channel. So Kosas did send me these. I tried them. I love them. Like, I love them. Love them. These are the Lip Pulse Glassy Lip Plumpers. Packaging is kind of cute and simple. I like the cap. And you have one of those jelly tip applicators. I personally find that the shades are really pretty. The very first one is going to be a clear. You have a baby pink. You have like a very light pale pink, kind of like a burnt chocolate color. And then the very last one has shimmer to it. Are they comfortable? Yes. Do they hydrate? Yes. Will your lips pulse? I would say yes. And does it plump your lips? Yes, they're forgiving, they're sheer. So if you think that they're gonna be intense, go watch that short form video. I promise you they're not. I was a little concerned about this one. It looked so good. It's very, very wearable. Again, they have an additional shade that's a lot deeper. I can't speak on that one, but I can speak on these that I have here. These two are my favorites. Love Potion, which is like that pale pink with a hint of peach, and then Aftershock, which is that baby pink. I feel like this matches the eyeball, so I'm gonna apply her. Not that it's gonna last on the lips, because I do have another lip product that I want to show you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just quickly apply her. You see what I'm saying? So this color is not really what you're going to get. You get a little bit of a hint, a little wash of color. It's not like it's gonna mess up any look and or makeup that you have in the event that you were to not use a mirror to reapply. It does have that minty kind of like, is it gonna be the worst, most painful lip plumper you've ever tried? No. Unless you don't do lip plumpers or you have like a low tolerance for spicy things, then maybe. Girl, I ended up doing that short form. I tried every single shade, all of them, one after the other, to show you what they look like on my complexion on smaller lips. Mija, they plumpified to the point that I removed it to try the new lip liners by L'Oreal. As I'm lining my lips with L'Oreal's product, my lips look huge. And I was just like, am I lip lining myself wrong? I ended up taking them off, applying foundation to hit the reset button, and once again, my lips looked huge. And it's because the lip plumper actually does plump, but it doesn't plump in an ugly way or like excessive or like exaggerated way. It is a comfortable plumping experience. I just took it off because I'm gonna get into that L'Oreal lip liner product. Notice how this here is pinker. It's not even red and it's not uncomfortable. It's pinker. It made my lips a little plumper, giving me a different vibe and or effect. Like I even talking, I kind of feel like my lips are plumper, and I just took her off. Then we have, like I told you guys, the Blurring Lip Contours by L'Oreal. I think they sent me all of them. I could be wrong, but they sent me 8 in a whole kit. I did a short form for this as well, listing the names as I applied them all. You'll have the names, so you'll see what all of them look like on my lips. It's just the algorithm here does not like short form on my channel and is killing the channel, so I just completely stopped with the short form. This is the Blur Filler Blurring Lip Contour. It's like a thick lip liner, really. That's what it is. Instead of a very fine, micro fine lip liner, it's a thicker lip liner. You guys still see that? Which is why I was just like, what is going on with my lip? Look how light and pretty that one is, but then we work our way through. This one's a beautiful mauve, which I'll apply on my lips today. And then we got some richer shades up there. For my lip combo today, I am going to use Mocha Mousse and Worth It Medium. The very light pale pink is also called Worth It, but this is like the OG, so it's gonna be like that baby pink shade. I'm gonna go in with Mocha Mousse along the bottom. It glides like butter. It is so comfortable. It glides so well. Do you see the pink? Girl, those plumpers plumped. I'm gonna round out my Cupid's bow. And then I'm gonna go in with Worth It Medium. It's a lighter shade, and I'm gonna apply that on the center. So it's a pinky hue, but it's not super light pink, which I might want a little bit of that light pink on the center. This goes on like a lipstick, like a bullet lipstick. Creamy and light and soft, and it's not emphasis. I don't have lip filler. You guys know I'm like too much of a punk to get those. It looks like it diffused. Literally blurred my dry patches on my lips and my fine lines. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of Worth It OG, the lighter pink on the center to brighten a little bit. Oh, I love that. Here's what surprised me about the formula. As I applied it, I was like, oh, wow. I was like, okay, it feels like a bullet lipstick, which means it's not gonna dry down to like a full-on matte, which also means it won't be long wear. Girl, was I wrong? If you leave it alone, which is why I'm not gonna like kind of like mush my lips together, I want this combo to stay the way that it is. It dried down and it A, stayed blurred, B, super comfortable. Forgot I had lipstick on, but C, it lasted really, really long on my lips. I was very impressed. So if you like the long wear type of vibe and you like the infallible lip products and how they wear, you're going to like these. On the flip side, if you have very thin lips like I do, I mean, take a look at what my Cupid's bow looks like. Because it is a chubbier lip liner, you're not getting 100% precision. So if you want that crisp, clean, precise line, you're gonna have to go in and kind of clean it out with a little bit of concealer or even foundation. I don't care for that. I'm perfectly fine without a detailed line, but someone with really, really thin lips may not necessarily love the thickness of this lip liner pencil stick. So this is the completed look. I told you everything would come together really, really well. Look at that eyeshadow, girl. No creasing. No creasing inside. That baby froze exactly where I put her, and I'm obsessed. Where's the green? Nowhere to be found. The powder is absolutely beautiful. I gave you feedback on everything already as I applied it, but I really want to hear you guys' thoughts. Did you have your eyes on any of these products? Did you even know any of these products had launched? What do you think of this video? Do you need to see more of this as product comes in so you can see what you like and what you don't like? Do you feel like you need to be influenced, or do you prefer real honest reviews? People applying them and show you this is how it works. Let me know in the comments. All right, friends, I really hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe for me. And if you're still here, that means you made it all the way through and you are a real one. Thank you very much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate you, and it does not go unnoticed. I know the video's over, but you don't have to go anywhere. YouTube is gonna recommend 2 videos here on screen they believe you're gonna enjoy. So I hope you consider checking it out, and I will see you guys on the next video.